It's your boy Bleeve.
This is not financial advice. My name is Bleeve. I'm always right.
Everybody listen up.
If you don't use NordVPN, you could get hacked, and that would suck.
Bada bing, ching, ching, big profit. Even when the market sideways.
Don't forget to sign up for MEXC. The link's in the description down below. That helps me out tremendously.
It's not financial advice.
OKX is offering incentives for you to sign up. Make sure that you sign up today in the description down below.
I'm always right. I'm always right. I'm always right.
Go to atlashealthline.com for all of your Delta 8 gummy needs and for all your Delta 8 inhalation needs, I want to say. I don't know. Something like that. It's in the description below.
It's been a long day, a long week, maybe a long year, so let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors.
Guys, if you're outside of America, or if you're lucky enough to be using NordVPN, you could be signed up to BitGet for all of your futures trading needs. The link is in the description down below. Hey guys, if you're trading in America, you can use up-down trading through crypto.com. It's in the description down below. Sign up today and start trading.
Carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way, so everybody gets sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is going on, everybody? Bitcoin is back to pumping. Ethereum is back to pumping. Altcoins have started to move up. Meme coins are pumping. Dogs are mating with cats. It's just getting crazy out here. I hope that everybody's having a good evening. My name is Bleeves. This is Bedtime with Bleeves. I'm here to tuck you in with all that sweet, sweet, juicy knowledge that you need in order to get you by through the evening. Make sure that you hit the like button on the way in. That helps me out tremendously. I'm horrible at asking that all the time. I continue to screw that one up every single day. Like, I completely forget about it. I need like mods or somebody here to like make sure that everybody's hitting the like button constantly. Like, are you hitting the goddamn like button? I don't think that they are, but you never know, right? But anyway, if you would, please make sure that you hit the like button on the way in. We're going to get started. Plenty of stuff to cover. I don't know how much. I don't know how much this is gonna. The overall market is gonna pump, but yeah, damn, it's been pretty good so far. So let's take a just kind of a look around and see what's happening. We're going to skip tomorrow's markets positive. We didn't get into much of the liquidity pools, so you know, I don't know what's going to happen there. But Pepe up 16%. The market, generally speaking, over the 24-hour period here, Stacks, Pepe, MX still pumping down 333. MEXC is just continuing to absolutely send it over and over and over again. It just continues to pump up 300% on the year. Render token up 500% on the year. Crazy numbers. But this is what the chart looks like for the crypto total market cap. Seems like we found our area right here, just shy of $1.1 trillion. We're down $2 billion since 7 p.m. So in about an hour, we lost $2 trillion or $2 billion in market cap. But that doesn't seem like a lot considering where we were before. Now, problem, of course, continues to be that we haven't made that big upside move. Now, when you look at the Bitcoin chart, then we're still in this. We're still in this channel. You might even, at this point, start to think, well, you know what? Maybe it's time to tighten this channel up because it looks like maybe it's running about right here. Maybe that's a little bit closer to how it's trading right now. So if that's the case, then it looks like we might have a top coming very soon at around 27.8. And the question will be, can we break out of that? And if not, are we coming back down? Will we test 25.2? That's going to be the question right now. But right now, 27.180. Significant move, significant upside move. So, we'll see what's happening. Ben is up 5%, by the way, continuing to pump. It had a nice little reversal. This is USDT trading on MEXC, and it went up to 11.5 a little while ago. So, and it was a short-lived number because that broke some trends right there, and that was some profit taking. That was a profit taking moment right there. So you can see right here that we wicked into some resistance areas, went completely through our next little resistance area, bounced off of it, by the way, at 92. So, I mean, we'll see what happens at this point. Hopefully we can get another shot at that 92 and maybe break through, get up here and drop that 0 once and for all. That's really what's going to need to happen on Ben. Otherwise, people are going to start getting frustrated. And BitBoy's been putting a lot of effort into it, a lot of positivity, a lot of capital in name and everything to try to make sure that this thing is pumping. So if it pays off, then that's going to be a pretty cool thing for everybody involved. So I hope that plays out to the best advantage. I'm still holding, just kind of sitting back waiting. Broadly, though, in the market, and by the way, Ben is now the #1 trender over here on the stuff that I'm looking at. I don't have Inu or anything like that covered, but as you can see right here, 87.35, #1 for the day. Mong, #2, up 20%. Now look, Mong's dead, but it can still have moments where it starts to mint and do a little bit. So what it did is it busted into resistance here. Now this is where now it's going to be time to pay attention to Mong. I told you right here, maybe you get a pump, maybe something could happen here, but generally speaking, it's dead. Now, problem with the problem with where we are on Mong is very, very simple. It's right here. That's your major resistance area, and you were flipping it to support, or at least it looked like you were about to flip it to support, and now it's going underneath and it's clocking in under here as resistance. So a couple more hours for confirmation, and if that's the case, then Mong's on its way back down. So had a little revival, wasn't sustained. Had a whole bunch of people coming back at me like, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Broski, broheim, what's up, bro? When I said RFD was not going to do anything. And then, of course, it wicked up and it had a nice little run. Yes, this was yesterday, by the way. And it went up to 18. It went up to exactly where I said it was going to fail, right? Did the same thing, came back down. And then it ran up again today to 1,500, not even getting close to where I said, it really needed to get, and then rejected, and it's on its way back down. So now you're kind of tooling around this 13, 14 range, and I mean, look, if you don't come up here into this 17 right here and start to consolidate right here to the point that you break out of this little trend line, and I mean, look at this trend line. It's like if you don't break out of it, then you're not going anywhere, obviously. But positivity is what it comes down to, and if you don't make a play, then nothing's going to happen. Now, the best things you could say about it is, well, it looks like it's kind of forming some kind of wedge because it's minting new highs over here like this, right? As it kind of consolidates right here, but it's coming from the downside. This means more downside. It doesn't mean that it's about to pop and go to the upside. So it should be alarmed with RFD, and if the rest of the market broadly is pumping because Ethereum went from 17 something to 1883 in a few hours, that doesn't mean your token is now pumping. It just means that you got a low market cap or a high market cap, and the dollar value in the pairing is preferable to you right now. Bloom block is up 1647, having a nice little move to the upside for the last couple of hours, up 16% on the day. Again, part of that has to do with the pairing. Pepe was having a nice little run. Got up for a couple of wicks on some big ass sandwich bots to make it look like it was super bullish, baby. It's going to the moon again, and all that bullshit started. Hit 1250, and now it's back down to 1150. Did not break out of the channel. Still consolidating down in this channel. This is not a breakout. This was just recovery back into this channel, which, by the way, guys, I told you so. I told you that this channel is kind of like, I don't make this shit up. You know what I mean? I don't make this shit up. I just notice it. So don't be mad at me. 1176 on Grumpy Cat. Did think Grumpy Cat was going to have like a breakout. But here's what was going on over here on Grumpy Cat. And you can see it, by the way, 151 ETH front run bot. And it's been happening all day. 151, like just to make the volume look like it's going crazy. 1.57 million volume now. And by the way, I don't think that it's doing anything. It's not really resulting in a ton of new buys and a ton of new money coming in. So I don't think it's really having as positive an impact as it maybe would have a month ago. But I still remain hopeful that Grumpy Cat's going to get it together and make a move. A lot going on. I was in one of their chats today. During one of their whatchamacallits. Goddamn. There's an attorney there, and her name is Alex, and she's very vocal about what and she's right, by the way. I should preface this by saying she is 100% right in her interpretation of the laws, in my opinion. I'm not an attorney, she is. But what she was saying is contrary to what most people are saying. Like, there's no clarity in crypto. Yes, there is. If it meets the Howey test, and almost everything does, then it's a security, and that's the end of it. And Coinbase is issuing that, like when they did that, what was that called? They issued an order of mandamus where they asked for a definition and a defining level explaining why these cryptos are securities. The SEC said, because it's what the law says. I mean, the law might be from 1934, but there is, unless there's unless there's another, asset class, and there's, it's either commodity or you're done. So getting kind of, getting kind of weird there. But guys, make sure that you hit the like button on the way in. Certainly helps me out, pushes me up in the algorithm, gets more people watching. We only have 30 likes so far. We got 70 something people watching. Please, it's the least possible thing that you can do to help me out is make sure that you hit that like button on the way in, as it does help me tremendously. So let's go through a little bit of the news right now. We'll get off of this for just a second here. SEC seeks an emergency order to freeze Binance.US assets. This is going to get crazy. The SEC, who's protecting you, thinks that the best way to protect you is to hold your money for a little while to make sure that you can't access it. This is their effort to stifle and kill crypto. They are targeting Binance. Now, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why this is such a thing, but if you kind of go through some of the information here, you can see here, SEC complaint hints at why Brian Brooks resigned as the Binance.US CEO. The SEC's criticism towards Binance seems to resolve the thriller of why Brian Brooks resigned. CZ allegedly reneged on guarantees that Brooks could be given autonomy to run independently from Binance, but that was not the case, and that CZ has been in charge and doing this the whole time. So Brooks, a former high-ranking bank regulator, led operations on the crypto alternate after changing former CEO Catherine Coley in 2021. In accordance with feedback cited within the criticism, Brooks rapidly realized that he was not truly the one working this firm. Binance Chief Communication Officer Patrick Hillman has nevertheless pushed again on Murphy's hypothesis, including that this is perhaps the one particular person's narrative and that it may not maintain as much as the check of time. But I do think that this might be a little bit of why. Look, if you're the CEO and you're not the CEO, then what the fuck are you doing there? So I think he felt that way. And this was really just a cover for CZ to continue doing what he was doing. So now, First Mover Asia, why did Bitcoin regain 27K? No one is surprised by Gensler's actions, as you can see right here. And by the way, it should be noted, and I did make a post on Twitter, that he sued Coinbase, he sued Binance, he sued Kraken. He did not sue FTX. Just let that sink in. Don't think anything else of it. Just let it all sink in. Now, Remember, he will tell you if you were to ask him and you were to say, hey, Gary Gensler, is that true? He would say, no, it's not true. What happened was I actually sued them, and then what happened was, so you're not listening to me. I sued them. And what he's going to tell you is that he did sue them, but he's not going to mention that he didn't do that until after Sam Bankman-Fried had already been arrested. So let that sink in for a little while. Sam Bankman-Fried had already been arrested before Gensler filed his token lawsuit. So just absolutely crazy what some of these people are doing. 44 likes here. Can we get it up to 50 likes, guys? Can we get 50 likes? Can I get 6 more likes out of you guys for the evening so that we can push up in this algorithm just a little bit more? We're at 47 right now. Thank you so much. So anyway, the Asian market seems to be a little bit down right now. And the reason that they're going to be down, just so you guys understand how this market should play out, or this is how I'm going to expect it to play out. And by the way, the experts say the SEC lawsuits against the top exchange suggest Ripple case is over. And I'm going to have to agree with this. I think Annalisa Torres is about to make a ruling. We're going to find out that XRP is not going to be, the ruling is not going to be in the SEC's favor. If it were going to be in its favor, then it would stand to reason that they would have one less argument that they would be willing to make, and that would be that XRP be included in the whole list of securities. So something is probably not going the SEC's way. So we'll see. I could be wrong about that, but it looks like that might be the case. Now, also, I think it should be noted that some of this is kind of pedantic and childish, the way that the arguments lay themselves out for Ripple, because I've told you guys this the whole time. Ripple's guilty. Ripple did exactly what they said they did. They offered profit. They offered, if you buy Ripple, it's gonna pump. Like they did exactly what they're saying. We just don't like it because we're in the crypto space. But they did it. So then they moved over to Ripple. They moved over to XRP instead of Ripple. Now, when that happened, is XRP still considered the same thing? That's the question that crypto could be asking, and that Annalisa Torres might be able to rule on and say that, well, you know what, Ripple did do exactly what they did, but that doesn't make XRP a security because it was a continuation. It was something different. Maybe you get that, but look, Ripple did it and should be in trouble for doing it. Thank you so much for the likes. By the way, if you're just coming in, make sure that you hit the like button on the way in. Push me up the algorithm, gets more people in here. More people in here means more help to me. I get that ad revenue and all of that kind of blah, 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 you know. And also, if you haven't already, at least consider NordVPN up here. NordVPN offers you the privacy that you do not get when you're just browsing through on the internet, especially if you're using a Windows computer, because it is dangerous out here. Guys, we're looking at people who are gaming you for your crypto. They're doing all kinds of stuff. I can't tell you how many people have told me that somebody has reached out to them in a Telegram or something like that, and stolen from them, and you need every opportunity to prevent that you can get. Now, I can't fix it and NordVPN is not going to fix it if you give somebody your seed phrase. You should never give anybody your seed phrase. And when I say never, I mean you should never give somebody your seed phrase. Now, if Pablo Crow or me ever says, hey man, just kidding, if you give me your seed phrase, I'm going to give you $10,000 in crypto. No, we're not. We're scamming you. We're scamming you. That's never give anybody your seed phrase. Can't stress that enough. But anyway, and if you haven't already, go check out MEXC and start doing some futures trading, because that helps me tremendously as well. If you're overseas, use BitGet. If you're using NordVPN and you don't like MEXC for any reason, go use BitGet as well, or OKX. Any one of them, it certainly helps me. And if you haven't already, common-wealth.io. Go check them out. The NFTs, I think you launch about 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. They're only for a shortened period of time every single day, and you get a share of the profits. If you follow me for Wagmi and you know about Wagmi Games and the Genesis NFT collection, well, the Commonwealth NFT collection is also a Genesis, and it does the same thing. And you'll be getting a share of their profits, and they are basically they're basically they're a trading fund for degens, is the best way that I can put it. They're going to be investing in high risk assets with high yield potential results in this market. And you give them a little bit of money, maybe one day they give you back a whole bunch of money. I don't know, but I do kind of like everything that I've heard from them so far. And they are located in London. So give them a check out if you haven't already. And now back to what we were talking about before. And let's get back into charts and stuff like that. Again, Grumpy Cat I thought was going to break out. Hasn't broken out yet. Wagmi Games, 5802, minting. This is, I think, a new high. Well, I think the new high was 65. I think it was about 65 or something like that. Let's get back over here. 67.44. So we're getting closer and closer and closer to that next high. And that means that Wagmi Games could be on the verge of a breakout, trading at 12.76 million total market cap right now, 1.3 million in liquidity. 24-hour volume, still only 13,000, but people are not selling. Like, that's the important thing, is when you look over here, you see a little bit of sell. You're obviously always going to see a little bit of sell, but you're seeing a lot more buys than you are sells. I mean, look, these are little paper-handed sellers who are just like, they're not going to make, these are the people that are not going to make it, right? This thing is probably, and I'm guessing, but this is probably set for a 200, 300 million market cap when this game launches. I can't guarantee that. Nobody can guarantee anything to you. Crypto has all kinds of risk associated with it, but I just get the feeling that most cryptos, when they get their big move, 100 million market cap, and then maybe between 100 and 300 million. And I think that this one ranges out near the top end because this is going to be a AAA rated game. So I got the feeling that we're talking about a 300 million market cap with Wagmi Games. Don't quote me on that. Do your own research. Figure it out for yourself. MMAI trading at 33.71 right now. Again, finally moving back towards that upside from that big dump over here. But by the way, misunderstanding on most of the dumps that have happened over here, just because people are weird. People in this space are just absolute weirdos. So 36.04 on Cult. 81.49 on SHIB, starting to have a little reversal. That FOMO is starting to build up, by the way, on the SHIB thing. I told you guys there's going to be a bounce, and it's going to be a significant bounce when it happens. The Shibarium could launch at any point. They're still working on it, still trying to tweak some things. So we'll see what happens, but looking good for an announcement within the next 2 months for Shibarium releasing live. Volt 52.47. It's kind of, at this point, it's kind of red candles right now. They got we get a move up, and we get followed by a big dump and a move back down. So it's really kind of sideways momentum at this point. Now, the good thing is there's no real patterns that's forming that's telling me that it's headed down to a lower level. So it looks like it might have stabilized at this spot. 32 million market cap. So I think we might be seeing some upside coming in the next little while. Of course, anything to move this is going to be from an announcement that's made by Voltoshi, that they get something going that's going to start getting people motivated and moving in. I did see a thing today where they compared and look, it had $12 million in volume, and that sounds great, right? When you see it, because $12 million is a significant amount of volume. Well, everything looks like that if you don't include all meme coins, right? It seems if you don't put Pepe in there, if you don't put SHIB, you don't put Doge, you don't put Ben even, you don't put Mong, RFD. If you don't put all the ones that are having high trade volume in there, then it looks like it's number one, and it's good for enticing people, but I mean, people are not being enticed by that. People are seeing through that right now. That's why there's only 93,000 in volume. So, I mean, I hope that there's a good plan to pump this back up, because Volt deserves, and the holders for Volt have been loyal for a long period of time. They deserve every kind of pump that they can get. Yeah, I think Terra 2's dead. I don't know for sure, but I do think that. I don't know what to say at this point about it, other than I mean, it looks like I don't see a path forward. They don't have any liquidity. They don't have anything they can do. So I don't know what the next plan is or what they're going to do. PSYOP hit my line. This is the buy line, but there's no movement here. It did hit the buy zone. It did pump, and it did that twice before. So now it's just kind of hovering around this level. So still waiting for ETH I don't know what he's waiting for, by the way. I have no idea, but you know, he's doing what he do. Planet still way up here. So more power to Planet, because they have continued to stay in this upper echelon the entire time. So let's move away from that and go into the broader market, as you can see over here. So down 5.3 billion now. We started at 2 billion 25 minutes ago. Now it's down over 5 billion on the day. The reason it's down is because people are weighing the insanity that is the SEC in the United States, and they're not liking what they see, and they're seeing that Binance is under attack. So now they're starting to get a little bit nervous, right? Now you couple that with what just happened right here, and doesn't this look like a dinosaur? Ha! But you see, this is a gigantic pump, right? I mean, this is a really big, when we go back here, we haven't seen a pump like this in a little while. And normally a pump like that is followed with some downward pressure as people are taking profit. And that's a big kind of move, right? I mean, you don't get, what is this, a 6% pump on Bitcoin in a day? You don't get that very much anymore. So that's a profit move right there, especially for people who bought in that dip. So it looks like that maybe we can, it looks like this is an opportunity, right? That they're going to take their profit, and then maybe we get a bounce. Bounce could be anywhere in this channel, by the way. But as you can see right here, it's starting to respect this line right here. So maybe 26,950. We're going to get a little bounce. Maybe we'll bounce through here and move on up. And, you know, we're going to have to break out of this channel. Otherwise, we're going to continue to struggle. So hopefully that happens. Ethereum 1880, basically the same thing, just kind of hovering around this next channel that we're in. We're going to do this, by the way, going forward, because I'm getting annoyed by the goddamn lines. So we're going to do these channels right now, try them out, see if that works a little bit better. It's easier to read, easier to talk about when you have those. But otherwise, you're looking at a pretty red market for the evening. As again, I think the Asian markets are going to be weighing what's going on in that part in the United States. I think they're going to be weighing that out. And then they're going to be looking additionally at maybe, just maybe, taking their profits, and then perhaps we'll see something happen in the overnights. Now, I think the European markets might also do the same thing. So it could be a little bit red tonight. However, Memecoin, stuff like that, you might see Ben pump, you might see Pepe pump, you might see some of these memes out here start to have little runs. I don't know for sure yet. Still waiting for something from Ben. As a matter of fact, I sent a message to Ben just a little while ago because I have Believe in Bitcoin, right? Why don't I have Believe in Ben? So, you know, and I don't want to pay for it. So I don't have a job anymore. Remember, Voltoshi fired me. So I need somebody to do these for me. So now I'm going to see if I can get BitBoy to send me a Believe in Ben. Wouldn't that be awesome? Anyway, so I'm gonna cut this short because I'm gonna lay down. Long day. So it's not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much. Appreciate each and every one of you. Manage your levels. Don't invest more than you can afford to risk. Be very, very careful. Remember, this market is brutal sometimes. Anything can happen at any point. And we'll talk to you for breakfast in the morning. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to sign up for MEXC, BitGet, and NordVPN down in the links below.